Hello, welcome to hikearizona.com. This is a tutorial on Route Manager on how to clean up a GPS track that has erratic behavior. Typically it's due to signal loss. This is an advanced tutorial. Check out Getting Started for the basics and other tutorials for how to get to this point. So we're going to go ahead and load our track. I have one that I've heard about, Old Hans Grandview Loop, that is pretty messed up. It's loading right now. I'm going to right click for my context menu to switch over to terrain. We're going to go ahead and Old Hans Grandview something. I'm going to rename that track and I'm going to resave this as edit so that I do not overwrite the original file, so that I can always come back to that original file if I need to. Looking at this, the first thing I look at is the number of points. I don't want over 200 points of data. It's just too much. That's over a point every 26 feet. It's just too much data. 23 miles times 200 comes out to 4,600. So it's at the top. I usually go with myself. I go with about 100, but so I'm gonna go ahead and reduce this thing way down. What I did is I reduced it to 25 feet. You may think, well, there was 4,600 points in it before, right? But there were points that are overlapping where you slow down. You just don't need all that data. It's garbage. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and split this kind of where I think it's in the middle so that I can figure out what's going on here. As we can see, the red is on top, so that means that was the hike in. And it looks like the black going out is pretty good. There may be a little bit there, but most of the issue seems to be in the red. All right. So let's work down here. What it is, we're going to click the route and we're going to split it where we want to do the editing. We can get a better view, a closer view, if we click on satellite. I didn't do this hike, so I'm not real sure what was going on. It looks like there was some off trail up here. We can see this. That doesn't really look too bad. Let me click this again. We're going to edit this. It's hard to tell exactly. I'm doubting that he jumped canyons here. Just probably did something like that. I believe that. I doubt they ran all the way up there. It's against this wall, so it's getting signal loss. Looks like an out and back right there. This is just general slowness, it looks like. And we're going to join it to this track. Let's go ahead. So that looks a little better. Okay, so now we have this bleh. And this one's going to be fun. Remember to always save every now and then in case you need to undo stuff. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to really reduce this because it's just too much crap to work with. Too much stuff to work with. And we will now go into edit. I have it down to 100 points. Once again, I'm not real sure what the deal was here, but I'm just assuming that they didn't hike in and out of canyons. Most of the signal loss occurs when you're near walls or when you're not moving very fast also. The satellites change. Alright, so I'm going to pause it. And I did some more editing. I'm going to go ahead and save. I've come to a point where I still got this little blob right here. I'm just going to go ahead and split it. Going to split it right there. Going to get rid of it. Split it and forget it. Alright, so let's join. Just don't forget where you're at, because you might forget what you're joining to. I need to go back and join some of these before it gets out of hand. Save, because everything looks good right now. Going to join. And we're going to save. I can see there's still a little erratic behavior right there in that other black line, which was the return. So we will split, split. Once again, I'm just going to, oops. I made the wrong click. Let's try splitting this again. What it does is it splits near the nearest point. That may not be what you think is the nearest point. Alright, so let's go ahead and delete this. Join. And let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, so we're looking a lot better. I'm going to pause it for a second. And let's go ahead and let's work on this section over here. So we're going to split. Looks like it's good to right about there. Let's split. Oh, it split, but it's come to a color that we already are using. So let's go ahead and change the color to something I can understand. Alright. And we're going to save, because this would be a good point to return to if I have issues. Let's go down here and go ahead and join these two. Remember that when you join, it has to do with where on the route you're clicking. So that's how that worked out. Oh, there's still one down there, dagnabbit. Split, split, get rid of the dagger, it looks like. And let's zoom out. We're going to save. It adds a plus symbol to the route every time you split it. They start to get excessive when you do a lot of data. Alright, let's zoom out and see where we're at. Looks good. Let's go ahead and zoom into this one. And, oh boy, 217 points. Let's go ahead and put it into edit. Yeah, there's a lot of data in here. Alright, so I'm going to go out of edit. It's too much data. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. We're going to go out of edit. We're going to reduce this to 50. Okay, we got rid of 80 points. That'll help. I'm going to save. And let's go ahead and back into edit. Alright, this is still too much to work with. Let's go out of edit. Let's see what's going on here. Let's do a profile. Okay, so from here, okay, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to split it. We're going to get rid of this. It's just bad data. I mean, I could touch this up a little more, but we're just going to go with it. Okay, so now we have a much more usable route. Let's take a look at what we have. Yeah, there's a major drop right there, so let's see what happened. Yeah, and this is the difference in, shows that GPS units do not collect great elevation data. And that's why we're going to go ahead and we are going to sync it. And we'll see if it evens out this graph. And as you can tell, that looks a lot more realistic to me. Okay, so that's how we did it.